Okay, so I'm going to read Genesis chapter 11, starting with verse 1, and I'm going to go all the way down to verse 9. And the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. And it came to pass, as they journeyed from the east, that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. And they said one to another, Go to, let us make brick and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime had they for mortar. And they said, Go to, let us build us a city and a tower whose top may reach unto heaven, and let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower which the children of men builded. And the Lord said, Behold, the people is one, and they have all one language. And this they began to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them which they have imagined to do. Go to, let us go down, and there confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. So the Lord scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of all the earth, and they left off to build the city. Therefore is the name of it called Babel, because the Lord did there confound the language of all the earth. And from thence did the Lord scatter them abroad upon the face of all the earth. So when the whole earth, you know, of one language, you know, everybody understood what the other person was saying. Okay? For example, if I told you to go down the corner and sit on the chair, you will understand that. Okay? And for some, if you decided to obey, you would do that. Okay? That was the one language. All right? Do not say it was Spanish, Portuguese, French, Hebrew language, or any other language. Don't put a name to this. You understand? Now, when the language was confounded, nobody couldn't understand what each other or the other person was saying anymore. Okay? So, if I said in a language that I know, but you didn't know, and I told you to do something, and this was the language that I know, and I know what I'm saying, and you didn't know what I was saying. You wouldn't understand or obey. If I told you to do something in another language, if you didn't understand the language that I spoke, okay? So I'm going to look up this word confound and find out what the meaning of this is. So one moment. Confound means to cause surprise, confusion, or perplexity. I'll give you an example. What did he just say? What did she just say? I didn't understand what she just said. Okay, well, you didn't understand the language that the individual spoke in. That's why you got confused. Okay? Before the language got confounded, everybody understood each other. Okay? An example of that. Go sit down and eat right now. And if you have kids and, you expect them to listen and they would listen because you're the parent and you're in charge. And they would understand that when they got to a certain age. All right? Of course, you would teach your children. All right? Teach your children and bring them up to teach them about the things of God. Okay? Even that language, one language, that was back then among adults, children, elderly, before the language got confounded, and then as a result, no one could understand each other anymore. All right? Before, everybody understood what the other person said or what he or she said. Okay? So that's the meaning of confound. Now, I explained and showed you what our Savior name is. You need to go back and go through my videos. One of them is called No. That's the title of my video. I keep it very simple. Okay? There was no Hebrew language, Portuguese, Spanish, French, Chinese, Japanese. Okay? I type in one of these words. I think one of them was Spanish, and I couldn't even find the word Spanish in the Bible. Okay? So, therefore, do not add on to the Bible. Okay? One language where everybody understood each other. Okay? And you do not want to take away from the Bible. Okay? So that is what I wanted to get out. This will be uploaded on my channel. Enjoy the rest of your evening.